What happens when an undercover boss decides to test his own dealership? What happens when he steps into the shoes of an ordinary customer, only to uncover truths that shake him to his core? This is a story about pride, humility, and the power of listening, a story that begins with a man named Lucas Bennett. Lucas was the CEO of Bennett Auto Group, a chain of car dealerships spread across the state. He was a self-made man, proud of his success and confident in his ability to run a tight ship. At 45, Lucas had everything: a thriving business, a beautiful home, and a reputation as a sharp businessman. But lately, something had been bothering him. Sales were slipping, customer complaints were rising, and no matter how many meetings he called or reports he read, he couldn't figure out why. One morning, as Lucas sat in his office, staring at yet another disappointing sales report, an idea struck him. What if he went undercover? What if he visited one of his dealerships, not as the boss, but as a regular customer? He could see for himself what was really going on. It was risky, but Lucas was desperate. He needed answers. The next day, Lucas put on a simple button-down shirt, a pair of jeans, and a baseball cap. He left his luxury car at home and took a bus to one of his dealerships, Bennett Auto Plaza. As he walked through the doors, he felt a strange mix of excitement and nervousness. Would anyone recognize him? Would he discover something he didn't want to know? The dealership was busy. Customers wandered a lot, peeking into cars, while salespeople moved about, chatting and laughing. Lucas approached a young salesman named Ryan, who greeted him with a friendly smile. "Hey there, looking for something specific?" Ryan asked. Lucas hesitated. Yeah, I'm thinking about a sedan. Something reliable, good on gas." Ryan nodded. "You've come to the right place. Let me show you a few options." As Ryan led him around the lot, Lucas couldn't help but notice how polished the salesman was. He was confident, knowledgeable, and seemed genuinely eager to help. But something felt off. Ryan kept glancing at his watch, as if he were in a hurry. And when Lucas asked about financing options, Ryan's answers were vague. "We got some great deals," Ryan said. "But let's not worry about that yet. Why don't you take one for a test drive?" Lucas agreed, and soon he was behind the wheel of a sleek silver sedan. As he drove, he tried to focus on the car, but his mind kept wandering. Was this how his customers felt? Rushed, unsure, maybe even a little pressured? When he returned to the dealership, Ryan was waiting for him. "So, what do you think? Ready to make a deal?" Lucas hesitated. "I'm not sure. I need to think about it." Ryan's smile faltered. "Look, I'll be honest with you. We've got a special promotion ending today. If you don't act now, you might miss out." Lucas frowned. That didn't sit right with him. Was this how his team operated? Pushing customers into quick decisions? Before he could respond, he overheard a conversation behind him. Two customers, a man and a woman, were talking to another salesman. Their voices were low, but Lucas could hear the frustration in their words. "I don't understand," the woman said. "We've been here for hours, and no one's given us a straight answer about the warranty." "Yeah," the man added, "and the price keeps changing. It's like they're trying to trick us." Lucas froze. His heart sank as he listened. This wasn't just a one-time thing. This was a pattern. His dealership, his team, was failing his customers. He turned to Ryan. "I need a minute," he said, his voice tight. Ryan looked confused, but nodded. "Sure, take your time." Lucas stepped away, his mind racing. He had built his business on trust, on the belief that his customers came first. But now, he was seeing the truth. His team was more focused on closing deals than building relationships. And it was costing him, not just in sales, but in reputation. As he stood there, lost in thought, the woman from the earlier conversation approached him. "Excuse me," she said, her voice soft but firm. "Do you work here?" Lucas shook his head. "No, I'm just a customer. But I couldn't help overhearing. Are you having trouble?" The woman sighed. "Yeah, we've been trying to buy a car, but it's been a nightmare. The prices keep changing, and no one seems to care about what we need." Lucas felt a pang of guilt. This was his fault. He had been so focused on the big picture that he had lost sight of the little things, the things that mattered most to his customers. "I'm sorry," he said, his voice sincere. "That shouldn't happen. You deserve better." The woman gave him a small smile. "Thanks. It's nice to hear someone say that." At that moment, Lucas made a decision. He couldn't stay undercover any longer. He needed to fix this. He walked back to Ryan, who was still waiting by the sedan. "Ryan," he said, his tone firm but calm, "I need to speak with your manager. Now." Ryan blinked, surprised. Sure. Let me get him." A few minutes later, the manager, a man named Greg, arrived. He looked at Lucas, confused. "Can I help you, sir?" Lucas took a deep breath. "Yes, my name is Lucas Bennett. I own this dealership." Greg's eyes widened. "Mr. Bennett, I had no idea." "I know," Lucas interrupted, "and that's the problem. I've been undercover today, and what I've seen, it's not good. Our customers are being treated poorly. They're being rushed, misled, and ignored. This isn't what I built this company for." Greg looked stunned. I didn't realize." "That's the issue," Lucas said. "You didn't realize. And neither did I. But now we know, and we're going to fix it." Over the next few hours, Lucas called an emergency meeting with the entire staff. He stood in front of them, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "Today," he began, "I saw our dealership through the eyes of a customer. And what I saw, it broke my heart. We've lost sight of what matters. We've forgotten that our customers are people. People with dreams, with fears, with needs. They're not just numbers on a spreadsheet. They're the reason we're here." He paused, letting his words sink in. "From this day forward, things are going to change. We're going to put our customers first. We're going to listen to them, respect them, and earn their trust. Because that's what this company was built on. And that's what will keep us going." The room was silent. Then, slowly, one by one, the staff began to nod. They understood, and they were ready to do better. As for Lucas, he left the dealership that day with a new sense of purpose. He had learned a valuable lesson, one that would stay with him for the rest of his life. Success isn't just about making money. It's about making a difference. It's about treating people with kindness, respect, and honesty. And sometimes it takes stepping into someone else's shoes to see the truth. Moral of the story: true success comes from understanding and valuing the people you serve. Never lose sight of what truly matters: your customers, your team, and the trust they place in you.
That's the story, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure sharing it with you all. Don't forget to comment below and let me know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see the global reach of these stories. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories, tips, and tricks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you'd like to show some extra love, tap the 3 dots near the share button and send a super thanks.